The Bills' Stephen Hauschka's got this one teed up, and off we go from New Era Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Get it.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41.
Hey, echo.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke steps away to his left. It's caught by Aguilar. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Ready? 8, read.
Go, go, go.
Let's go.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
50, plant.
49. Hey, let's get that ball, team. Let's get that ball.
Ready?
On first down, Lindsey. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Protein spill.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Hey, Alpha. Get it.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a carry for Lindsey. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now it's Rudolph. That one complete to Yeldon. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
10-2 so.
Rudolph going to throw again. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Check 43.
Ready?
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And this one complete to Smith. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, wahoo!
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Ready? 8 read.
Get track. March 49.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to Let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 3, check 3.
General West.
47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike, 46.
They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, Rudolph. He completes it to Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Go.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Hey, stand off.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And he whips that one incomplete there. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. Third and 10. Rudolph. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 22. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So don't say nothing. Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph. He finds Yeldon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Rudolph. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
35-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A run with Lindsey out of the gun, and he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Denver. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rudolph. Safarian Jenkins has it. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Rudolph looking to throw, and he finds Beasley complete. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Complete to Jones. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
We own them. Kill. Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Mason Rudolph keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
What are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Cortland Sutton. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Locke will try again on 2nd down. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense, I have to say they like the early returns.
Hauschka adds the extra point. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack on first down, Rudolph. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo.
3 buck.
Shoot.
Third and long. It's Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
I can't believe you let you play. I can't.
Protein spill. Bravo.
Block now on first down. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Here we go. 60 or X3. 218. Chop.
SOS.
Smith. 5.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. They'll run. It's Lindsey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Another run by Lindsey. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Rudolph. And to the tight end here, Severian Jenkins. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. Buying time to his left.
We ain't giving him nothing.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Rudolph looking to throw it. That's complete. It's Gordon. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Go.
36.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. Rudolph now to throw. Rudolph loses the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back now in Buffalo. Where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
6-6.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And his throw here's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll run with Lindsey, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Locke to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Milano. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point from McManus is good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Quickstone, travel. You better be ready.
Now it's Rudolph. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
You ain't going nowhere. Check 4. Pilot, 64. Weak. 5.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Orbit.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Broncos' 48-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
You better bring.
Here's Rudolph. He completes it to Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Yeldon. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
3rd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Lobo. Topper, Topper. Check go.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox, lights. Big rip, big rip.
Now Rudolph. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. To throw on third down. Lock. Got a man open. It's Sutton. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. That one into the hands of Hamilton. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw again on second down. Lock, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it'll bring up third down. Again, it's Lock. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bills, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.